user's stats, right?
Yes, ornament hockey and Q.
It's just
Yes.
that will give him an edge. So let's not include that, and I will not include Kaioken since
You want
both
to put
increase
this in
stats.
equal stats?
Yeah, you said equal stats, right? Or
Yeah,
you want to
equal
do no
stats.
stats?
Yeah, equal stats. You could just use hacks, any hacks they have.
All right,
So,
start the video whenever you're ready.
all right. Oh, the video's already started. So, go ahead.
Okay, so tell me your win cons first. You
All
can
right.
you can go first.
Okay, so my win cons are definitely with his hockey, and we have confirmed that Luffy, his devil fruit is confirmed to have the ability to turn imagination into reality. So for that instance, he can use that into his advantage in this fight. Now we don't know the full extent of what this subjective reality can do, but all we know is that he can freely do whatever he wishes because he's only limited to
Has
his
he shown to do
imagination.
it? Has he shown to do it?
Yes, he has shown. One instance, he is able to basically manipulate the matter into in any type of rubber, which is stated in the road of Labtail that Zoan users cannot manipulate their environment or any surroundings, but Luffy can. So that right there is showing that he can do freely wherever he wishes. So he's able to turn lightning into rubber. It's confirmed that he's able to turn lightning into rubber. Like, how the fuck can you do that? You can't turn lightning into rubber, but he did it anyway. Or the fact that he was able to somewhat fly by running on air. Yeah, Luffy, he's rubber. Rubber can't run on air unless I guess if you're fast enough. I don't know. But the Flash has never shown anything of that sort that he can run on fucking air. But either those are some instances, and even Kaido even confirms that it's like, oh, this is something like out of a comic strip or out of a picture book or whatever. He noticed that Luffy's abilities are so bizarre, and he has so much freedom.
Goku can tell if a character's like kind of like Luffy is bizarre. I can go over some examples. One, Goku being able to tell that there's an audience on the other side of the screen. I will send that scan right now.
All right.
I'll send you the scan right now. So yeah, so Luffy kind of works like a Toon Force, like a fourth wall breaking character. If you're trying to say that,
I don't think it's Toon Force. For what it says, it's confirmed that he turns his imagination into reality.
so he's like kind of like fourth wall breaking them or something like that. Or what is he doing?
Basically, he's warping reality.
Okay.
But it's not on a grand scale yet. We have to wait and see more of
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that. Well, I will. At least if we weren't equal stats, I don't think this would kill Goku.
I don't think it would kill him. More like it would throw him off guard, because if Goku did Kamehameha, that means he will turn that Kamehameha into rubber and just bounce it right back to Goku. So
okay, well, I would like to say if Luffy tries to like let me see, if Goku can tell when something's like, how do I explain it? Like a gag, like he has those occasions where he's like, okay, this is a gag, like a relay, for example, like. He fought a gag before, so
yeah, but he never straight up defeat Rayleigh.
No, I mean she didn't defeat him.
She defeated Vegeta.
Easily. Well, that's Vegeta. Goku's above Vegeta.
Well, that's true.
So,
that's true.
Okay. Is that all the win cons? You know?
No, that's not all the win cons. So the other win cons is that, well, give me 1 second. Because I do have this all up.
Let me say real quick, Goku. Let me just say real quick, Goku easily has better experience in combat skills and training. Just for the record, he's been doing this.
I'll give him the edge for Goku for that. He has more skills
And better training, since not only he's learned basically every martial art, than like we know, but he's learned martial arts even from gods, King Kai, Beerus, not Beerus, Whis. So he should know when it comes to martial arts. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in terms of skill, Goku has this. But in
And
terms of hacks, though,
I would say experience too. So, and
yeah,
since
experience.
and then I can name some of Goku's hacks, which I would do.
Actually,
Um,
let me get Luffy's out of the way, then you can say your hacks.
alright.
So okay, so what Luffy has is, well, he also has like supernatural willpower. This is a key factor because, of course, hockey is willpower itself. So therefore, he has this immense power of hockey. He has damage absorption with his, not gum fruit anymore. Basically, with his devil fruit, he can absorb damage. And I could go over why it's absorbing damage and stuff like that if you want me to. I can explain what the fruit can do and what it can't do if you want me to go over that.
Damage absorption sounds pretty familiar.
All right, so basically he has elasticity, body control, and damage absorption. This is only limited, right? Only limited to the limitations of his devil fruit. Okay, so if you can't, he'll absorb any damage you punch at him, right? It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter how strong it is, because like when he wasn't even island level in pre-time skip, and he took an island level splitting punch directly to the face, survived it, and wasn't even harmed. He got him just fine. He was like, I'm rubber, you can't harm rubber. So that's damage absorption. I guess rubber can absorb damage, or some say. But the more he trains, the stronger his pretty much his rubberness body can become. So there's that. There's also statistic implication, but we need to go over that one because this is equal stats. Basically, what else? I guess he has some kind of attack reflection as well, because he just inflates himself and get to bounce back attacks. He has intangibility negation, because he can hit or touch like intangible things like logias, which are stated to be natural phenomenons, and natural phenomenons are basically nature itself. So Luffy can interact with nature itself, such as gravity, lightning, coldness itself, which is like freezing, like Okainu or Okiji. He is stated to have the chili fruit. Chili fruit is translated in the official translation from Viz is a freezing human. Therefore, he himself is a natural phenomena of freezing, or the phase transitions of a freezing point. So therefore, he isn't ice, right? He basically is something, a phenomenon, a natural occurrence when if you will freeze. So if you freeze, anything that can freeze will freeze. So that's basically what it is. And Luffy can interact with this, with his hockey. Just saying. Another thing is that he also has reactive power level and accelerated development. Like in mid combat, he'll get stronger. It's been stated by Rayleigh that his hockey gets stronger in the mid of battle. He'll get stronger. So there's that. I guess he has some kind of adaptation, because he can survive in a place with lack of oxygen and be just fine. He can adapt to abilities that harmed him before, like with Crocodile's poison. Like he stabbed Luffy with his poison. Luffy was just fine. He adapted to it. So those are those things. So that's like a minor reactive evolution right there. He can manipulate his size with gear 3rd and gear 4th. He has some kind of power mimicry, and because he's capable of analyzing and copying techniques of others just by looking and completely understanding complex abilities and he's capable of anticipating an enemy's direction of movement based on this principle. So Luffy has only been shown to copy a techniques limited to skills done without supernatural abilities, like a superhuman physical technique, like the Soru, which constantly is kicking the ground 10 times over in an instant in order to move at supernatural speeds. So those, you don't have to worry about him copying the instant transmission or anything like that. If it is physical, like a physical technique, he can replicate it on his own. He can somewhat fly with gear 4th, right? Because he could just bounce off the air. Gear 5th, he could just straight up run on it. So who knows, he can actually fly or not. That's pretty much it so far, because I could go over the fucking hockey stuff like that. But I'll let you go over your hacks, and then we can.
Okay. Goku. Well, since that willpower, that imagination turned in reality, that's only manga only, right? Correct.
Yes.
So I can be allowed to use a Hakai then, correct? If we're gonna use manga too.
Yeah, you can use Hakai.
Okay. Well, I'll name my sex. Obviously, we have. Well, since we're giving these characters everything, I'm gonna give Goku the Nimbus and Power Pole.
Okay.
Do you know mine?
All right.
The Power Pole can obviously stretch the moon and come back in mere seconds. He has instant transmission, solar flare, light manipulation, basically blinding your opponents from anywhere. Solar flare times 100, which can blind your opponents even if their eyes are closed. So even if you're like kind of even if you have a technique that can avoid it, you're still blinded either way.
All right.
Obviously, he has same biology, like gets stronger after or in the middle of fights or from near death. Goku has ki mimicry, can copy other ki attacks. We don't have to that's not really relevant to Luffy since he does not have ki.
Right.
Any ki based attacks. He has ki manipulation. Hakai existing relationship can erase non-physical things like ghosts or spirits. Does not work on immortals. Shockwave manipulation. He can punch the air, which we have seen in games and the TV show and anime, like Goku vs. Jiren. He's done it multiple times, even in the manga too. Goku vs. Moro. He has telekinesis. He can move things with his telekinesis, obviously. He has telepathy. He can talk to you with his mind. He has the ability to read minds. He has the after image technique. He has energy barriers, which can which are like can be like shields or force fields, and can even protect them from poison or every type of deadly substances. He has pressure point techniques. He can kind of phase. He has some type of phasing. He's shown this to phase through bullets in the Dragon Ball Super Pre-Tournament Power arc. The first episode of the arc, I'm pretty sure. He can use his can. So like basically, if throws a Kamehameha and you like run away from him, he can use his hands to like basically make the Kamehameha follow you. He can do that with any key technique. He has the Destructo Disc that can cut through anything, and since the Destructo Disc has shown to work on people stronger than the opponent, so this would actually be a pretty good win con for Goku in terms of equalized stats, since you have equal durability. So you don't even need to be stronger than the Destructo Disc in this case. You can just like take the Destructo Disc and be cut in half. He has here as Kid Goku, he has some type of like gag stuff, like punching Yamcha at the manga panel, talking to the audience and scaring the narrator as Uzaru. He has resistance to transmutations. Basically, since when he fused with Vegeta, he got turned into candy, which to remind you, candy does not have a brain, organs, lungs, no nothing, and he was still able to fight. And since it's Goku and Vegeta, Goku would likely be able to resist this. He can learn his opponent's attacks and styles as he fights, meaning if anyone here, if he were to fight, he would eventually adapt to it and get used to it. He has the evil containment wave, which traps his opponent in a bottle for eternity. This is shown to work on good guys like Vegeta and Master Roshi. Which, before you say, oh, Vegeta's a bad guy, no, this Vegeta, when he got trapped in it by Frost, this was a completely different version of Vegeta from his evil counterpart, aka Saiyan Arc. He has regeneration with his ki. He can tap or hold specific parts on his body and heal it. This is shown in the Battle of Gods movie and anime and the Granola arc. He has resistance to high temperatures, mind control, and mind manipulation. Basically anything type of mind manipulation. He has resistance to illusions, resistance to existence erasure via God of Destruction Sigil's Hakai, which is shown this before the Tournament Power Arc, that small portions of Hakai can destroy planets via Hakai mixed with Beerus's earwax and a fingertip of it destroying a planet. Can survive in space. He's shown it multiple times in base, which I do have scans. He has resistance to poison via barrier that wraps around his body as shown on the tournament power. And that was all. Oh, and he does he can make clones. If you guys didn't know, manga only, I will say, but yeah.
All right then. So, all right, let's go over win cons then.
My win cons then for Goku would be Solar Flare or Solar Flare times 100. It's a structural disc. Since they are equalized speed, which means equalized movement and fighting speed and reaction speed, correct?
Yep.
Oh, and Goku has the instant transmission Kamehameha, which this attack is more powerful now since he can do it in his other stronger forms like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, etc., etc.
All right then.
He can just blast them to pieces, or not pieces. And Goku, to remind you, this is the first time Goku's dealing with someone like Luffy. He's fought people who have similar abilities like Luffy. For example, Majin Buu, like kind of like Luffy can stretch, Majin Buu can stretch. In Majin Buu, it's actually shown to not is like basically immune. He kind of has like the exact type of damage too. But as we see in Dragon Ball, you're like the hacks from the character Goku or the stronger character can beat. So Majin Buu is obviously we've seen it like take hits from Vegeta in Super Saiyan 2 Majin form that didn't even phase Majin Buu. Like those attacks were nothing. And Super Saiyan 3 Goku was able to hurt Majin Buu, who can't even take damage. I don't know how that's possible, but he was able to hurt Majin Buu. So Goku like punching like Luffy and stuff. I don't know. You kind of say, I don't know how to explain it. Goku can just Hakai Luffy if he wanted to. Well, yeah, he obviously has Hakai. Evil Containment Wave just contains Luffy. GG's. Like if Goku gets to the point where he's like, damn it, I can't beat this guy, can't hit him physically. There's only one way to then seal him up. Seals up Luffy. GG's. Doesn't kill Luffy, but he just seals him up. Goku, another thing. He doesn't even need to like hit Luffy. I guess you can say he could just punch, like create shockwaves, which again these shockwaves like were shown to almost destroy the universe with bears. He can just read Luffy's mind and be like, okay, so this is your ability and crap. Here he can kind of phase with let me show you the phasing thing, Omega, for you won't be confused.
Right.
Like how he did this. Hold on, let me show you. I'm gonna send in. Do you have a scans channel?
Yeah, it's underneath main.
Okay, I will send that. Damn, where's that? Oh, I found it. I'm gonna send a GIF. Can you see it?
1 second. Yep.
That's in kind of phasing.
Are you sure that's not high speed movement?
No, that was phasing. I'm pretty sure. And then after he like, cause he was standing still while doing this, and then after I'm pretty sure they ran out of ammo. He just freaking beat the hell out of them. Another win con for me is that Goku, like just like Luffy too, Goku is fucking durable as fuck. Like even like if you try to make the argument, oh with Ki though he got hurt by a laser. Okay, well without Ki, he was
that
able to
won't
take
matter
it.
because it's equal stats, so pretty much their durabilities are the same.
Yeah. So yeah, and yeah, those are my win cons.
Okay. All right, so I'm about to go over why Hawkeye is the only solution that Goku can win. Okay, so pretty much any key attack that Goku uses will either get manipulated and turn into rubber or avoid it due to his future sight. And according to his future sight, we have Katakuri. Katakuri, he's another future sight user who can see actual events unfold
Well, couldn't Goku counter that with his ability to read minds? He could be like, okay, you have future sight. Or another way, I don't know if you know this, but in the Universe 6 arc, you know how Goku was able to keep up with Hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Goku, I think I have the scan. Let me see. Where's it at? Is it? What the fuck's? Yeah, I found it. Wait. Fuck, he deleted it. The fuck? Okay, so basically, after that fight with Hit, Goku states that he was literally going the future with Hit. So not only Hit was going in the future, but Goku was as well.
Oh yeah, but the speed is equalized.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, if he does the future side, then Goku could just do some, like, and do that as well.
Actually, I don't think Goku would do anything because honestly, since the speed are equalized, including reaction speed, he won't know where the fuck Luffy's attack's gonna hit because we have Luffy who fought another future side user, Kaido, and Kaido doesn't even know where his attacks are coming from because they're too fast. Now, not only that, because that's in Snake Man, of course, but in base, Luffy was fighting him in base, and Kaido has future sight. That says a lot. So Luffy over here, who has future sight, which is avoid all his key attacks, but according to in close quarters combat, he'll get up close and personal. Of course, he will avoid a few attacks from Goku. Some attacks will land, of course, and we have to do some shockwaves to order to hurt Luffy's body, of course. That's the only way to hurt Luffy is through shockwaves. But if you're going straight off of Gear 5th, then it's going to take more than shockwaves to do anything because he just absorbs damage, of course. So that's one win con for Luffy that he has, is that it was future sight.
Wait, quick question. So the rubber thing, how does that work? Does he need to be in range to do it? Like, how does that rubber thing work? Turning anything into rubber?
Basically, he just touches it.
Okay. Well, Goku just instant transitions from the back then. Kamehameha.
Yeah, if future sight is going to know where he's going to be at, that instant transmission won't do shit. Because know he'll appear behind him in the future. So all he had to do is when he appear behind him, he just punch Goku so fucking hard that his insides just expands.
Wouldn't the key, because Goku has perfect king control, so wouldn't that kind of protect his insides from this?
Well, you have to show that his insides are protected.
Yeah, key.
Well, show me some evidence.
Okay.
Also, while you're looking for the evidence, even if that was the case that he does have ki that protects his insides, Luffy was stated by Oda himself, the more he laughs, the stronger he gets. And why I'm going to put this in is because
wouldn't that ruin the point of equalized stats?
Oh no, I'm about to get to my point. So basically, the more he laughs, the stronger he gets, right? That means that his Conqueror's Haki itself will get stronger because Rayleigh stated that when you get stronger, the Conqueror's Haki gets stronger. So therefore, this will negate him getting stronger in battle because his equal stats, but his Haki will therefore get stronger. So for that instance, his Conqueror's Haki will get even more powerful the more he laughs. So basically, if he's in Gear 5th, he will always laugh because he's giggling. His heartbeat is fun. It makes him giggle. So the more he laughs, the stronger he gets. The stronger he gets, the stronger his Haki gets. The stronger his Haki gets, the more stronger his attack potency will become because of his Haki is able to straight up damage you from the inside.
Well, same thing you could say the same thing. Goku Kaioken increases the user stats. Super Saiyan increases the user stats. Super Saiyan 2 increases the user stats. Super Saiyan 3 increases the user stats. Super Saiyan God increases the user stats. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan increases the... Yeah, well then, wouldn't your thing with Jake also ruin that point?
No, it's making his hacks even more potent. So therefore, it counts.
Oh, well then Goku can do the same too. Attack potency, like Luffy's attack potency grows, right?
Yes. Well,
Okay,
no,
well,
his hockey grows. My bad. Yeah, not his attack potency. It's still the same.
okay, his hacks grow.
Yeah, his hacks grows. It grows more powerful. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's like one thing, and then there's also the fact that Luffy can also just straight up deflect his key attacks with his Unconqueror's Haki, because he could straight up create a force field of Haki.
I mean, Goku can like just to also like block most of Luffy's punches too. With his fields and crap.
Well, if he blocks, just know that he's gonna get damaged internally.
He doesn't need it. He just like with his blocking with his fist, right?
Yeah, if he blocks with his fist or his arms,
he doesn't need to block with his fist.
Oh, what is he blocking with?
I just told you, key energy barriers.
Key energy barriers? Okay, I give him that. So then, then there's also the other point for Luffy here is that he can turn to a fucking giant. Last time the Goku had turned to a giant is when he he absorbs everybody's spirit bomb into himself. That's the only time. But in this case,
that Goku has fought that Goku has fought a giant?
No, he turned into a giant. That one chapter, he turned into a giant.
Oh
yeah.
I'm not trying to make that argument.
Oh.
Goku wouldn't even need a giant state to just fight Luffy.
But
and even then, Goku has experience fighting giant foes. Remember, Saiyan Arc Vegeta in his Udara form, fucking giant compared to Goku's fucking tiny ass.
Goku was straight up losing that fight.
But he has experience fighting tall people, so that wouldn't matter.
I mean, he fought
even then, Goku,
Piccolo, right? Yeah, Piccolo. He turned to a giant. Yeah, he turned to a giant before.
Yeah, Piccolo in the new Dragon Ball superhero movie also turned into a giant.
Okay, so he has faced giant beings before. Okay.
Yes, this isn't the first time.
So how would he, if he turns to a giant, wouldn't that mean like it would be harder for him to even become even close to Luffy? Because
he's also fought. Hold up, he fought Bergamo. Do you know who Bergamo is?
Who's that?
So basically, every time you hit Bergamo, he grows giant, but he becomes stronger as well. If that makes sense. Here,
show me. I'm about to say who.
I forgot about this. Goku versus. He kind of I will show that's in the scans.
All right. Oh, this guy. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me watch it. I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Okay, so yes, Goku has fought a giant in Dragon Ball Super before, but then again, this is the tournament. Now, like, if this was like in normal circumstances, how the fuck would Goku even beat him?
He did beat him.
I mean, he straight up beat him because he got more stronger. But like, if Goku doesn't have that amp and they all equal stats for Luffy, how would you know it will even overwhelm Luffy? Because like, he has to get stronger and use Kaioken with the Super Saiyan Blue and stuff like that. But in this case, in this fight right here, it says equal stats. That would mean even with all of that, Goku would still be equal to Luffy. And Luffy over here, he could straight up manipulate that blast. He'd be like, okay, you know what? No, and you just point it somewhere else. It just bounced on the other side of the battlefield or something.
Can Luffy constantly do it? Like, constantly? Because Goku can, he could just spam it. Goku's known
for Kamehameha.
He can spam key attack.
Oh
no, he doesn't even need to use the Kamehameha. Just spam attacks.
Oh,
same thing with instant transmission. Like, he could just spam using instant transmission.
Oh, if that's the case, then if Luffy touches it, if he can touch it, then he can manipulate it. Or just
but can you do it constantly?
Constantly?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, like Goku's just spamming it at
him. Can he constantly do it? It depends on the situation, honestly. Because he didn't do it to Kaido. He didn't do it to Kaido again because he was in the clouds or whatever. But he did able to bounce back Kaido's attack, even though it's just energy itself, and he was able to interact with lightning, which he shouldn't able to touch lightning. No matter, it doesn't matter if Luffy is rubber, he shouldn't be able to actually touch it. So he did this twice. Now, in this instance, that means he has to physically interact with it by just touching it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, can he constantly do that? Like, would he able to like? Also, does Gear 5 have a time limit? If you don't mind me asking.
It does have a time limit, but Luffy can just go right back into it whenever.
Has he shown to do this?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you do if Goku just spams all key checks?
If he spams
because
all
before
key...
you say, because even if you try to make the argument that this will drain Goku, he could just do it in base and he won't get drained.
Oh, he won't get drained? Okay. So
no.
Basically,
he just spams Luffy.
If he just spamming at Luffy, like 9 out of 10, Luffy would just probably just dodge it by using just future sight, and he's just like just weave out of the way, or he's just like, you know, just he just straight up just like use Goku's flicker technique, use physical flicker technique when, you know, when he moves so fast they just, oh shit, they're right behind me. That technique, because he did it before. So if
Goku
that's
can just, well, if he teleport or moves behind Goku, Goku can just move. Goku can just avoid it because he can sense when you're near him, with ki or not. Like, yeah.
He can sense when you're near him, but then again, sometimes instances that Goku has been caught off guard, like, oh shit, they're right behind me, and it'll be too late.
Well, can you name some of those instances?
Let me see. What's in this? At the top of my head.
That didn't happen in the Cell fight. Didn't happen in the.
No, because he didn't fight Cell. So I'm thinking.
No, when he was fighting Cell, that didn't happen in the Cell fight. That didn't happen when he was fighting Frieza. That didn't happen when he's fighting Boo. That didn't happen when he's fighting Beerus.
He fought with. Let me think. There was one of these fights. Give me a second. Cause he what the fuck? This is. Let's see. I hope they ain't one of these movies. I swear to God.
Also, again, Goku can just do instant transmission without touching his forehead. He's shown to do that several times in the series.
He could do instant transmission with what?
Without touching his without using his fingers. Like he's shown to do that several times in the series.
He did several times, but in the latest chapters, he just touching his forehead and just keep doing it. So I was like, I don't know.
Well, he's shown to do it without needing it.
All right, bad. Let me see. Oh yeah, when the instance with Granola, and he appeared right in front of Goku.
Because he was faster. He wasn't caught off guard. He was just faster. But now, since Goku's keeping up with Gas, who is most likely not far above Granola, but better than Granola when Goku first met Granola.
You didn't bring up the instance of not instant transmission, in Ultra Instinct. You didn't bring that up once. Like, you know that counts. Like,
I mean, Ultra Instinct this year can make clones. Obviously, do stronger shockwave punches. Because forms work like, if you, like, the stronger the form is, the more, like, powerful you become, obviously. So your key attacks and, like, yeah, basically it gets more powerful. But yeah, MUI, Goku increases his speed. So that would, again, ruin the point of equalized stats if it increases his speed and reaction speed. He can basically move on his own without thinking.
Wait a minute. He can't use Ultra. I just realized Ultra Instinct, even perfect Ultra Instinct, it has a time limit. So, fuck.
Yeah,
that's gonna be bad news.
Goku has kind of learned to no, actually, Mastered Ultra Instinct has a time limit. I'm pretty sure he's perfected Omen. Omen, I mean, can still burn his body, but it doesn't really have that big of a time limit. So even if MUI doesn't have the perfect time limit, he could just use Omen.
Bad. Okay. I guess the only things that Gear 5th has is pretty much he has resurrection. Pretty much like
Oh, Goku can do resurrection too. At
like
least to
straight up
himself.
resurrection by himself.
You don't remember
When?
in the hit when he fought Hit in that one filler arc, which is anime canon.
Oh yeah. Because he thought
Goku
he died.
like threw ki. Yeah, Goku knew he was gonna die, so he threw ki in the air. So and then the ki just came back and basically brought him back to life.
Okay. Shit, I don't remember. I remember that, but I just don't know how he did it. I think he restarted his heart or something.
Yeah, like the ki restarted art.
Yeah. So that's the same case for Luffy here. Pretty much he was killed by Kaido, but he was able to pretty much revive himself by having his heart pump again. I don't know how that happened because he's fucking dead, but just don't question it. But so yes, he has flights. It's been shown multiple times Luffy can fly. I don't know why people don't bring that up. Luffy can straight up float in the air. In Gear 5th, he did it when he was fighting against Kaido. He's in the fucking air. He's able to fly. Come on now. He has transmutation because the whole instance with Boo and everything. He can turn people into candy. For instance, here, Luffy can turn the environment into rubber or allow him to bounce off of it as he wishes. So pretty much, he's able to even turn living beings into rubber. By just straight up punching or just straight up touching them.
How come he didn't do that to Kaido?
Yeah, he did to Kaido. He straight up punched through his head and caused internal damage this way. So he's able to.
Did this kill Kaido?
This does not kill Kaido because he's really tough.
So the internal destruction, does this automatically kill you? Because every time you bring that up and you say people who tanked it, it doesn't sound like it kills them.
Because it's One Piece. One Piece characters, even fodder characters, can tank island level attacks just fine, but just with their bones broken. So in this case, for mythical zones,
let me bring up another point. If you're gonna break all of Goku's bones, he's shown to fight without bones or like limbs and shit.
Yeah, he fought. He beat
Piccolo. Demon
yeah,
Piccolo.
I remember that he defeated Piccolo with bones broken or unused or something. I forgot what he said. He
broken.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
If that's the case, the
and
size
Goku can block most of Luffy's punches, either energy barriers, instant transmission, the phasing I showed in scans.
Like I said, if Goku tried to block it with his key barriers and stuff like that, just know that Luffy can straight up turn that shit into rubber, and that will stretch. That means he would just literally punch you right through it and right through your body.
Well, Goku would be fast enough to like, okay, my shield's been turned into rubber. All right, let me just move out the way. Moves out the way. And even then, even with the key energy barrier like on, he can still teleport while having the shield on. So like, even if Luffy turns, the second that thing turns into rubber, just teleports away. Because I'm pretty sure Goku does not want to get turned into rubber, right?
Yeah,
why would he want to?
He do not want that. There's also his damage reduction or his nullification and his elasticity is drastically greater than his base form. So basically, what he can do if Goku tries to punch Goku, Goku try to punch Goku. What the fuck? If Goku try to punch Luffy, right, his body will morph to fit the shapes of the person's physical attack. So if Goku try to punch him, his body will morph with it. Therefore, it won't do jack shit to Luffy. It won't do anything. This even reduced damage to nothingness, right? Because if you can nullify Luffy's rubber attacks or his rubber body, right? Yeah. It won't matter because he'll still morph around it and he will barely take any damage from it. And then pretty much in Gear 5th, he has non-physical interaction. So pretty much he can grab intangible matter such as lightning with his bare hands and use it as a weapon. Or straight up any energy attacks, basically, because Kaido's energy attack is basically like flame base, and he could just vaporize mountains, and Luffy can straight up bouncing right back like nothing by turning the ground into rubber. So that's the instances right there. I'm just saying, Gifford Luffy's broken. Like, his ability is broken, especially since it's been confirmed that he can literally turn his imagination into reality. Who knows what he can do? Who knows? So those are my win cons, especially since he does destructiveness. What's to say that Luffy won't just straight up just grab that shit, turn into rubber, right? And it's like, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is pretty cool, and just throw it right back at Goku. You know? So, like, what's to say?
Again, Goku can also spam the destructible disc.
Oh shit! If you just spam it, well, that's different. That's different. If you just spam it, then Goku and then Luffy just okay, you know, just weave, just knock or he just straight up just put that barrier around him, that force field, and it just won't reach him. And just not only that, but if Goku does give Luffy a hard time, just know that he will just make his haki even stronger. So that would be bad news eventually for Goku. Because that means all of his hakis, all of it, all three of them, will just get stronger in the middle of battle. Because he's struggling. That means if Luffy struggles, the more he does, especially if he does Hakai. He just teleport right behind Luffy. He does Hakai. Just know that Luffy just used Future Sight. Okay, yeah, let me avoid this attack because that's deadly. And I'll just get erased. So, what do you think? How is Goku's going to solve this issue?
Hold up, bro.
Huh? You said what?
I already explained. I mean, see here. Oh, but then again, with Luffy tries to go behind Goku, solar flares. Luffy's blind because he wouldn't expect it if he's about to hit Goku. So let's just say like he already uses his Future Sight. Like with this Future Sight, does he do it like instantly or like?
It's always active. He just had to have a calm mind.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, if you have a calm mind, yeah, he can always use it.
Okay, well, if Luffy's mind is not calm and he's thinking about to attack Goku, correct? Because your mind's not calm when you're about to attack someone.
He does this with Kaido. He is attacking and using Future Sight at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Well, Goku could just Well, Goku's also smart, and since he can read minds, he was like, okay, let me work this Future Sight as my advantage. So let's just say like Luffy uses it, teleport, or I don't know if he can teleport or something, but goes up behind Goku, about to punch him, just solar flares, destructible test, GG's.
If he does that, then Luffy just weave out of the way. I mean, he could just read his mind.
The solar flare times 100, it like can spread really far areas.
Oh, it doesn't matter if Luffy can't see. He can always use observation haki.
Okay.
Hey, because there's a blind person in One Piece, right? He has the gravity fruit. He is blind, and he could use observation haki perfectly against Luffy because he was like straight up dodging his attacks. He was even fought Zoro, and he was straight up perfectly blocking his attacks and stuff like that. I'm just saying, even if you're blind, if you have observation haki, it won't matter. You don't even need to see because you can see their aura or spirit.
Oh, okay. Well, Goku can just... Can Luffy tell what clones are, right? Like, he can tell what clones...
He did it before. Somebody had the clone flute, and he instantly knew who the right one was. He just said, oh, I had a feeling.
A feeling? Like... Did that character have, like,
it was hinting. It was hinting that, Luffy had haki in pre-time skip. He said, oh, I just had a feeling.
What if all those clones just, well, two of them solar flare, other just attack?
You said what?
Okay. Well, I can see this both going ways, but I hate saying this, but I think at least equalized stats. I think Luffy has this slightly.
Slightly? I think he might have more than slightly. Just a little bit more than slightly.
I'd say Luffy probably wins. See, 50. Oh, not 50. 40 to 60. Yeah, that's more than slightly.
42 than 50.
40 and 60. 40 and 60.
Yeah, I give it a solid 60. I give it a solid 60. Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't say this is a stomp though. So like, I know for a damn fact if I'm gonna watch the video and it's okay, Luffy wins, he stomps. Like, okay, no, I'm not saying he stomps Goku, but because if we weren't equalizing stats, Goku would just fuck up Luffy.
But if it were to go to if it's equal stats, right, and pretty much if this was a bloodlust Goku, he was just straight up Hawkeye Luffy, just like that. But then again, if this is a bloodlust Luffy and they're both bloodlust,
or destroy the planet,
right? Right, they straight up destroy the planet with just one punch.
Goku can do that with the punch in the Battle of Gods arc. He punched through King Kai's planet.
I believe it. And not only that, but if this was to be a realistic battle, right? Of course, Goku would have the upper hand because he has more techniques and stuff like that. But in terms of hacks,
better feats.
Yep. In terms of hacks, Luffy has this. In terms of hacks, he has this. There's no way in hell.
Wait, like without equal stats?
No, with the equal stats.
Okay, I was about to say because if there's no equal stats, I'm pretty sure his durability is not going to be able to take something from like a universal punch.
Yo, no, most definitely not. Hell no. Goku will straight up punch his head off. Hell no. Like no. But
well, I can agree with Luffy winning this then.
Yes. Oh, all right, y'all. That is the video. Luffy wins. Okay. We got a fucking Dragon Ball.
Fucking stomp.
Huh?
I better not go to the end of the video and like see the photo in the background saying Luffy stomped. Like I better not see that shit. I swear.
I know I'm gonna put Luffy wins. I guess like
Luffy wins.
Luffy wins. Like mid diff, he wins.